Alright, we're going. Morning guys. I'm sorry I can't be in there today. Actually, hang on. Sorry I can't be in there today. 2 lessons to go this semester. So we knocked off Bender last week from Futurama, and you guys all did a pretty good job with that. And so today and next week, you guys are going to smash out Emmett from the Lego movie. So what we're looking for at the end of this lesson is if we had something that closely resembled this. And that should be fairly easy to reproduce. What I'm going to do in this video is I'll show you how to do something, and then I'll basically say this is a good time to pause and complete that step, and you should be able to follow along fairly easily from there. If someone in the class needs help, help them out. No. So obviously you're going to open up AutoCAD, and you can start off in drafting and annotation, down with our object snap, endpoint, midpoint, center, and intersection. They're usually what we work with. And your polar tracking, I just stick with 90 degrees. You don't need any of that to change. I would start off with a vertical line that is 200 millimeters long. That will do there. And to go in the center of your screen. Then what we want to do is we want to go to the internet, onto Google, and we're looking for a front view and a side view of a Lego figurine that are in line, so they're the same size as each other and in line with each other. So all we type is Lego orthogonal view. Going to images, and we are looking for an orthogonal view where both views are in line with each other. I usually go with one of these. That appears to be in line there, so that one would be a good one. So I'm going to go to my search bar, type in snipping tool. I'm going to take a snip of my front view and my side view of Emmett. Copy that and paste it, and then scale it down so it's roughly the right size. Alright, so I would pause this video now so that you can just complete those quick steps. Alright, so that should have been paused and done. Now what we need to do, I've clicked on my image, I'm going to go up to properties. I need to set my transparency at approximately 70%. And also go to draw order and center back. So now it's transparent. Alright, so what we would like to do, let's go zoom window. All I want to do at the moment is zoom in on the body only of your Lego person. Okay, so our first step, the 3D modeling command I'm going to show you is a little bit different, but the first step that I want you to do is to draw a line from the center of his crutch up to the top of his body only, not his neck, okay, to the body, and then we are going to trace around half of his body and mirror it across to the other side. So I'm going to do that one now. So here, this is his crutch here. Don't think of that as his crutch. All right, this is his crutch. So we go from the center, as close as you can get it, to there. And then I want you to trace all the way around the outside of his legs and body, please. Let's do a quick All right, a little bit there. Once that has been done, we want to join. Actually, I'll just zoom out a bit. And I can't do that way. We want to join them up so they should all highlight together. Excellent. And then we mirror it. So we select above modify, we go to mirror. We select the object we'd like to mirror. Enter. Select our mirror line. No, we don't want to delete the original. We will delete that though. We'll then select these two halves. We'll join them. That's good. That's a good starting point. We'll keep going because you really don't need to pause from here. Now, I would be going across, and now we need to trace the side view of the legs and the body only, and they have to be perfectly in line with what you've drawn on the front view. So I'm starting off by just drawing a line straight across, and then I can actually trace this thing around. Red mark here. Do not trace the arms. Just going to trim this off, this off, this off. Do a wee little arc down here. Okay, so that's traced there. And I'm actually just going to round off these edges a little bit. So I'll just pull this in here. Just because I think it looks better with the curved surface. There's one there. And one there. And then that there would be joined as well. So go join. Enter. That's joined. And that's joined. So this is where I would pause the video again and I would follow that step. So remember, draw a line straight out. Draw a line straight out, trace it, trim it up, join it. So now we have a front view of the body and the legs and a side view of the body and legs so they're perfectly in line with each other. So pause here and do that now. I received an email. Oh. Okay, so assuming you've done that, now we need to region both of these. So now we can actually go and move into our 3D modeling workspace. We're currently under view. We are in 2D wireframe. I'm going to change this to shades of gray. And for region, you can either go to draw and region, select region here, which is this mostly rectangle with a circle and a corner cut off of it. Or you can just type in the word region, not regen. Region, select our two areas that we want to turn into regions, and now they're both highlighted. So that has worked. Next step is one which I don't remember if we did this on Blender, but is extrude. So what we want to do is we want to suck that sheet of paper out of the ground and turn it into a 3D model. So I select extrude. I select my two regions, I hit enter, and I'm just going to extrude them much more than I need to. Let's just drag this down. All the way up there. That's enough. Please do not go all the way into outer space. Then what I want to do is I want to rotate this, so I actually want to tip this over. Just think some little kid comes along and pushes against here, and it knocks it over, and it's going to overlap with the front view. So that is a 3D rotate. It's this one here. Select my object, enter. My base point is this back corner. I'm going with the green axis, and I want to tip this thing over like that. All right, so do that now. The first thing you did was you regioned it, then you extruded it, and then you 3D rotated the side view so that it's overlapped with, actually, I don't think I do want to do that. I'm going to 3D rotate it, but his back actually seems to be a little bit further back than his heel. So I'm going to 3D rotate it from this point with the green axis and tip that over. There we go. So that way his butt's not hanging underneath the ground. All right, cool. So get that bit done. So pause the video now and do that bit there. All right, guys, so I'm assuming that that has been done, and that was all quite simple for you to do. Now the command that we're going to do, I don't believe you guys have done this one yet. You may have over solid editing. This is, we've got solid intersect, we've got solid subtract, and we've got solid union. So with solid union, and it actually shows it, if you leave your cursor over the icon here, it actually shows what you do. So if I did a solid union, those two would combine into one solid object. We don't want to do that. With a solid subtract, I'd be cutting one of them out of the other. We don't want to do that. With a solid intersect, and this one's really cool, only where the two cross over is what we're left with. So if I click solid intersect, I select my side view and my front view, and I hit the enter key, bang, now we have Emmett's body. And that's pretty cool, yeah? All right, so now what we need to do is we need to work on Emmett's, let's go with his arm and his hand. Okay, so I'm going to draw a line down the center of his arm. And that's center line. And then I'm going to draw a circle that is roughly the radius of his wrist. And then that wrist needs to be rotated, 3D rotated up. Like that. And it would also help to rotate it around so that it is in line with his actual wrist, like that. So now I have that circle there. That needs to be regions. And then the command, we're actually going to do a sweep command here. So that one will be in, where is that? Will it be in there? Yeah, sweep. So sweep, we select our objects, we select our path. Oh, hang on, I didn't do that one. These two lines here need to be joined. So now that's one continuous path. So we sweep this object along this path. Beautiful. Then what we're looking to do is to 3D rotate this up. So we go 3D rotates the arm from the same point that we rotated the side view. So for me, that's his butt. That's his base point here. The green axis. I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees. Then we're going to a top view. And this arm here, I'm actually going to move from the center across to here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to scratch that whole thing. I would do this thing differently. So I've got that bit. That's fine. Now I want to 3D rotate. No, I'll better join that actually. So I'm going to join that. And I'm going to 3D rotate this up. Then I'm going to move this and this across to here. Then we're going to rotate our pathway and our circle so that it more or less lines up with the arm. Okay, so we've got that bit. Once we do that, let's mirror this from across the other side of the body. Now we don't want to delete that. And draw a line across them. Now we can join up the two arms and the line in the middle. Then we can sweep this wrist across this path. And now we have two smexy looking arms. And that's pretty cool, yeah? Alright, so you may need to go back and replay this bit a little bit, but I would be doing that bit now. Guys, if you can get this bit here done in this lesson, that would be pretty cool. If you want to have a crack at doing the neck and the head, that one would be quite easy. And we can do the wrists and the hands another time. What would I do? I would grab all of this and move it 120 mils or 100 or 150, it's up to you. Just remember the number. Then this here can actually be drawn in place. So I would probably go with a circle. Region it. Let's look at this from 3D angle and 3D rotate it from the center of the circle. .90 degrees. And then that can be extruded whatever distance you want it to be. Look at that from a top view. Yep, he's got a neck. That's awesome. Then I'll draw another circle from the center of this circle, and this one's going to go out as wide as his actual head. Again, we want to region that and 3D rotate it exactly the same from the center of the circle. And we're going to extrude that one. The height of his head. Back to the top view. We're going to do this one more time. You know what? We'll just do it from here this time. We'll region that one. That's not so easy to see, so I think I'm just going to squeeze that around a bit. 3D rotates from the center of our circle. and extrude this one, and this time we're actually just going to extrude it down into there. Alright, so we have a head and a neck, but does need to be rounded off. So the first thing I'm going to do is union it. So I click on solid union, I select all three, and now they are one solid object. Then under solid editing, actually we're just going to type in the command here. It is fillets, and if we select fillet, that's for filleting just a line. If we go fillet edge, we're filleting the edge of solid objects. We go fillet edge. We can select an edge here. Actually, no, we're not going to do that. We'll go fillets edge, R for radius, and then we go enter. Then we type in the radius. So if that's 200, let's try 10. 10 mils, enter. Select our edge. Select this edge. Personally, I think that's too much. So I just hit escape. I'm going to try that one again. Fillet edge, R, enter. This time I'll go 7, enter. Select this edge, enter, enter again. And now we have a sexy looking Lego head. But he doesn't have eyes and he doesn't have a mouth. So now I'm going to change this to wireframe. I'm going to trace his eyes. Copy this eye across. I'm going to trace his mouth. Copy that down. Turn his mouth into a 3D object. So just go there and draw a line. And a line here. Now, his mouth needs to be joined. Enter. Alright. So 3 regions. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to extrude those there. So I'm going to extrude 1, 2, 3. 3. Up out of his skull. Let's go back to a shades of grey. And you guys actually have a couple of choices here. You can then you can either have his eyes and his mouth sticking out of his head and just do a press pull. So you select the surface and then you select exactly where you want it to go. You might need to unselect this here. You can go, oh yeah, I want his eyes to look like that. And his mouth. Oh crap. Or you could do a solid subtracts, and you could go from this. I would like to subtract these, please. Now he's got holes in his head, and then this here can be moved back over here, and then that's most of you ready to go. Guys, if you can manage to get through that, you'd be doing really, really well. All right, have fun, and I'm sure your relief teacher will let you play a little bit of Minecraft at the end of the double block. And I'll see you guys next week.